So the Queer Emporium was set up because during lockdown I was running a market stall with my partner, and I kept meeting in the markets other queer businesses. So the original concept of the Queer Emporium was actually like a kind of queerness market one winter as a one-off day thing. And then lockdowns happened and we weren't allowed to leave our houses, and the idea kind of grew. And then I approached Morgan Quarter and I said, look, for Pride Month, wouldn't this be a cool thing to do? And they got really on board. So we're right opposite Mary's, which is amazing. We're within the Royal Arcade, which is the oldest arcade in Cardiff, and part of like the Morgan Quarter family, which is really nice. And we've also got a main stage just up the road, so it feels like we're creating like a little pink strip with the Golden Cross around the corner as well. But also we have the security and the reassurance of being part of like an arcade kind of family, and it means that we can do our events in that arcade at night time, which is a really cool thing to be able to have access to. Really what we've done is we've acted as a catalyst. All of the people and all of the different communities that we work with were here before we opened, but we've simply brought them all together and we've tried to intersect and connect and collaborate with as many of them as possible. So I think the last count was around 70 organisations we work with on a sort of weekly basis. I think the thing that is really amazing about this space, and I didn't realise how much of an impact this was going to have, it kind of gives me goosebumps, is that we have so many young people coming into our space on a weekly basis, often travelling like considerable distances just because we are one of the only LGBTQ spaces that is open 7 days a week, that is accessible for under 18s. So we get youth groups coming from like Carmarthen, we get school groups coming from like around Cardiff, and it is an extraordinary thing to see future generations already being so excited about being part of our community. And there is a bar that's trying to open next door. It's a large kind of corporation chain from London, and we're a tiny Welsh non-profit, and we are really worried because we do feel that any bar, not just that bar, that promotes a lot of daytime drinking culture, particularly drinking as much as you can, is going to endanger our space. Like I just said, we have a lot of under 18s in this space, and unfortunately, whether we like it or not, drinking, people doing large amounts of drinking and children are not a good mix, and I don't think those two things should be adjacent to each other. If that bar opens, there is no doubt that I could say I wouldn't be able to safeguard this space, and the Queer Emporium would not be able to exist here as it is if that bar is allowed to open. So we're not planning to go anywhere, and I'm not, I think the narrative with spaces like this consistently for the past 50 years has always been like something opens, it's cool, the community loves it, but ultimately it then gets shut down because of some big person coming in or something else. And I'm not doing that. I don't subscribe to that, I don't want to, and I'm determined to stay here and fight, and I believe that collectively we can do that.